Hi, this is Ed Lorenzini. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Analyze360. Analyze360 is a software as a service platform that does consumer segmentation in just minutes, and it allows you to get mathematical lookalike audiences to target right out of the platform. We've got a lot of great use cases that are happening all the time on the platform, and I wanted to share one of those with everybody today. It's a use case with a company called Citron Clothes. This is a high-end women's clothing store that uses our platform. They're located with brick and mortar stores out in Southern California, and then they sell online everywhere else in the US. They were interested in understanding who their customers were and finding more of them and looking for some strategic insights when they started using Analyze 360. They had some interesting discoveries. The first one, when they uploaded a list of their best customers, our platform looked them all up. We did all the math and segmenting on that, and we were able to give them the most predictive variables for who would be a Citron Clothes shopper. And they were surprised. The most predictive variable, it turns out, for whether you would shop at Citron Clothes or not, according to the Experian data that we're using, is are you an active investor? 35% of their customers are marked by that data as being active investors, and only about 2.8% of the whole US had that. So this was very predictive. If Citron Clothes is only going to use one variable to identify who they should target, this is the one they should use because it's most predictive. Now, the fourth most predictive variable in the list of hundreds that we analyzed for them was, do they shop at women's clothing store? Well, now this is kind of obvious because it is a women's clothing store, but this told Citron several things. First, it told them they had the right set of customers because they were regularly shopping at women's clothing stores there at Citron and other places. But it also told them it was fairly predictive. In the model that our platform builds for them, you don't just have to use one of these variables. We use all the variables. So an active investor is weighted slightly higher than the ones that follow, and buys women apparel was weighted high, but not quite as high as the other one. And this is what built the math model, and then this is what they use to find more customers. And as a matter of fact, another insight they got from the platform was that their customers were a lot older than they thought they were. Their customers were 60 years old and older in majority, and they thought they were 35 and older in majority. And so now what they're doing in our platform to find new customers is they're using that math model of their ideal customer and saying, but give me people who are younger. And that's who their campaigns are going to. And they're solving the aging out problem like that. They had another interesting strategic level insight that came from the report. A little farther down in the most predictive variables, they found that their customers were regularly in the habit of buying jewelry. 25% of their customers were regularly in the habit of buying jewelry somewhere else because Citron Clothes doesn't sell jewelry. And only about 4% of the US population is regularly in that habit. So this, again, is a very predictive variable. When they saw that, they decided that they could offer an accessories line. They could do handbags and scarves very easily, which they're doing now. And now they're working on a jewelry line. Once they have that jewelry ready to go, they'll be able to identify who those 25% of their customers are by name because it's in our platform when we give it to them. And they'll be able to send them offers that say, hey, you've trusted us for years with your clothes. Now you have the opportunity to buy the jewelry that's designed to match it. And then they'll know who to go out with that. So strategically, this insight they're getting from Analyze 360 is taking them a long, long way.